To Apple. This one's been trading for a while. My next guest downgraded the stock in early July from a buy to a hold. She says the level of AI CapEx required to catch up to the competition makes her cautious into the print. Let's bring in Needham's Laura Martin. Laura, welcome. Does Apple really have to spend on AI, or can they just ride on the investment of others since they're kind of the gateway to the premium consumer?
You know, I don't think they can. They have this wonderful installed base that's very loyal right now. But the problem is their only competitor in real life is Android. And that happens to be owned by Alphabet Google. And Google is telling us that they are putting generative AI tools and features into every one of their products, including Android. So if Android rushes ahead of Apple, you will get people replacing their Apple iPhones 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now with an Android. And then that starts to destroy the entire Apple ecosystem equation because all of the other hardware products are upsells from the iPhone, and services is completely dependent upon the iPhone. So there's real existential risk here if Apple doesn't have a response to the Google Android threat.
Well, that's the part of this that I'm skeptical of and that I think investors really need to think about. I don't have an answer one way or the other, but it doesn't seem to me that there are yet operating system level features that are AI-driven, that are differentiating anybody, Android, from the iPhone. So far, we've got apps mostly right on top of it, nothing that consumers are really attaching to. So should investors wait until there really is that clear danger that Google Android is gaining market share on Apple, or should the assumption be that they're going to?
So I agree with you. Like you would have to wrest my iPhone out of my cold, dead hand right now. So no, Android needs to show a product that is a killer app that gets me to trade in my iPhone for Android. So you absolutely should wait. The important point for Apple is that I think the stock can't work unless you get an iPhone replacement cycle. And nothing they're doing, forget generative AI, with anything makes me want to go out and replace my iPhone. So my iPhone is getting older and older and older. And that makes the threat more real that if Android does something cool, I've got this really old iPhone 2 years from now, I'm much more willing to swap out of the iPhone ecosystem. So I just think the Apple stock can't work without an iPhone replacement cycle.